Which candidate are you supporting for the 2020 election?
Yeah, I'll be supporting Bernie Sanders.
Why's that, brother?
I think he's a principled guy. He's been doing the same thing for over 40 years now. He's been talking about the same stuff, so that's really important to me in this election. And issues-wise, I'm pretty well aligned with him as well.
Awesome. Would there be any second choice, say, that doesn't work out?
Honestly, as long as it's not Bloomberg, I'm going to be voting Democrat, in the general. So, Bernie is the way to go, but if the electorate decides to go a different direction, I'll support that, and as long as it's not Bloomberg.
I was supporting Yang, but I don't think he's doing it anymore. So
Yeah, he dropped out recently.
Yeah. So, who's it right now?
So it's Trump, then Bernie Sanders, Biden, Klobuchar's still in, and then Elizabeth Warren.
Gotcha. Probably Trump out of those.
Awesome. Is there any particular reason why?
I think that he gets a bad rap because he doesn't have a lot of social awareness, but I think that he's proven in the past few years. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of his more recent actions. Like I feel like he's done some questionable stuff, like this year specifically. But in the past, I feel like he's actually changed a lot of stuff for the better, and I think that that's pretty easily quantifiable.
I think I did Bernie.
Awesome. Can you tell us why?
He was just offering a lot of benefits for students nowadays.
Awesome. What would be your second choice?
Maybe Warren.
Just like more progressive, what you're aiming at?
Yeah, well, she had a really good take on sex workers and trying to progress how there's the whole social stigma of that. So I kind of really found that admirable, and I think that that's a good movement, or like a good move for us to make as like a nation.
Elizabeth Warren.
And why is that, bro?
I just think she's probably the least socialist of them all. I have no issue with socialism, but I think she has the best chance of winning under the socialism name.
Okay, awesome. What would be your second choice?
Probably Bernie. I think Biden's pretty weird.
Trump.
Trump? Awesome. Why is that?
'Cause I think he actually does help America, and people don't see it in the media.
Awesome. Is, like any particular policies or things that he's done that like you feel were good accomplishments or?
I think he does help the black community a lot, and he helps the economy. I don't know too much about politics, but it's just that the media doesn't show it, what he does for America.
Bernie.
Why is that, brother?
He just, I don't know, his views really align with mine. I really like how he calls out wealth inequality for what it is, and he's just really admirable. I mean, he got arrested for marching with the civil rights movement. He's been pretty consistent his entire career, and I just really respect the guy.
Awesome, man. Any particular policies that you're really stoked on?
I think Medicare for all. I just think it's about time. It's absolutely ridiculous that we spend so much money on like our imperialistic military, while thousands of people are going into crazy debt and just dying. Yeah.
Would you have any second choice if Bernie doesn't work out?
Man, that's my second choice. Well, I'm definitely voting, blue, no matter who. We got to get that guy out.
I don't know.
That's okay. It's okay.
Donald Trump.
Awesome. Why is that, man?
Because I feel like what he's doing with business and the economy is really good, and that's what our country needs at this point in time, I feel like. So, yeah.
Was there any particular policies or part of his administration that like you felt did a really good job with?
I feel like he did a lot to bring jobs into our country and create more work in our country instead of outsourcing it, which is really good for not only morale for our country, but in unifying us, but it's good for our economy. I mean, we should want to export more than we import so that we are making money.
Bernie Sanders.
Why is that, brother?
I just like what his policies are.
Bernie Sanders.
Why is that?
I've been doing a lot of research and really listening to all the interviews with all the candidates. And at first, several years ago, it was for Bernie, and then I got talked out of being for him. And you kind of have to educate yourself and know what it means to be democratic socialism versus socialism. And once I started educating myself and doing the research, I went back to Bernie.
Bernie.
Why is that?
You know, I just like him. He's like a man of the people kind of thing. You know, I really like what he's done in the past, and he's pretty consistent about that. You know, going on, moving forward, and everything. I just like his platform.
What in particular about his platform? Like any particular policies or?
In terms, I mean, you know, I'm not too savvy about policies and stuff like that, honestly. You know, but I've seen him talk at a lot of different places and stuff like that. Recently, like on the Joe Rogan Experience, I got to listen to him sit down with Joe Rogan and just have like an honest to God conversation between the two of them. And you know, I just really like the guy. You know, he has a nice platform.
I am kind of pro Bernie. I like his ideas. I just am a little hesitant on the healthcare for everyone and school for everyone. I mean, that seems like it would kind of cripple our economy a little bit. I think maybe implementing small steps into it would be good, but like to totally go there would just be a bit much.
Awesome. Do you have a second choice?
I like Biden a little bit. I feel like that he has some good ideas. I don't think that people should choose him just because he served under Obama. That doesn't mean anything. People have their own views, their own things, like, you know, totally different people. So
I'm not really sure.
Why is voting important?
Voting is important to get your voice heard about issues and topics that are interesting to you. Have a say in our democracy. The government is here for the people, by the people. So voting makes that voice heard